the map pick of HONORIS to do some damage.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hyped to see this aggressive style of play come out from HONORIS. As soon as Travis feels that there's contact, he's just going to drop a smoke, and that's perfect timing because all the utility is raining over, and that single smoke is such a deterrent. HONORIS have to reset through cave, and they're going to walk straight into glowing.
Ooh. Sobel, just an immediate clothesline right there. We'll deal with glowing. And now the walk up the ramp here coming through from the remainder. Travis, he needs to show up big time with the duel. He's jumping up though. A fiery entry, then Taz follows it up. Deco, I mean, nothing he could say as he's dinked down and finished off eventually. Lollipop is now the last man standing, and HONORIS, despite being somewhat telegraphed in their approach, still just nailed the opening picks.
What was I telling you in the break about jumping kills? What on earth is that from Grasshog? You're not allowed to do that. That is not how the game...
To see a full USP round in a game, it's pretty few and far between, so I can see a world where that's true. Right, usually there's always the extra purchases, there's the half buys, as opposed to the full ecos. So who knows, but I do quite like that set. That's an interesting one. Yeah, but this one completely skewers it. They're gonna have to re-crunch the numbers. Figure out a new stat line because this has completely thrown a spanner. As they've already won 2 in one map, so nearly a third in the series as well. If one of them were able to claim that, still it's good damage. It sets them up for success in this one as well.
I'm just laughing at the fact that you threw the grenade, it just rolled down the hill, so you had to just stay there. Just to reinforce it. 3-player clean for 1 win. And they're very disciplined in their setups. They're not moving at all, but neither's Ryko. He's hoping that someone gets a little bit curious, wants to overstep, wants to claim control, but it's just not happening. And now HONORIS, they're going to need to run straight into the lion's den.
Oh, an immediate clothesline. Deco's going to set some hesitation in, but not a bad trade coming through from Sobel. Of course, though, Deco's really warming up, and he has all angles covered. Right now, it looks like he's leveling up to the position in which we hyped him up in the beginning of this game, and that's no good for HONORIS if they want to take this into a third map, that's for sure. And Lollipop timing is everything here. He's going to line up a big multi-kill. He's already done his job, and extra damage. He finds another one. I didn't even know he finished off task, but Grasshog, the 4th player in line, is the one to shut him down. And that A-side play, within a minute, with only a minute and 25 on the clock, it's just completely destroyed.
And that's all the investment gone. That's really rough. Aggressive change of pace immediately out the gate for 1 win. This time over towards A in a round where HONORIS have not shown a single ounce of presence there this entire first half, and Deco is looking absolutely immaculate. And this is just an A.
Being a one-trick pony with that AWP, so versatile. Going, gonna wait Molly out to force him off of mid control, and something that you said there, that magic Molly is gonna really put some early emphasis on mid for teams. I think that they're gonna really have to claim that control at the start of the round as opposed to taking it late because of the slight difference there, and it becomes all the more difficult in taking it late because of that as well. So job is becoming potentially even more tricky for that T side on this map.
Yeah, I mean, what can HONORIS really do here? It's going to have to hinge on them overwhelming Lollipop. You spot him out, but it's a complete sniper.
I believe it.
Yeah, I see what he can provide.
I think you're correct there.
Cool.
And so far, it's not the dreamy start to a round. Again, that early utility damage that is so common in this map takes place. Look at this angle from Travis here. That slight pixel that you could spot a player walking by. This is an angle I think that everyone tries to get away with here on both sides, and it's just a complete coin flip as to who comes out on top. The smoke recycled in deep down. Rico, lining up for Deco. He is on 11-1. The guy is tearing through the opposition at the moment, claiming 2 of those low HP bars. Taz is going to get bested here, and OneWin asserting their dominance right now on this map. Sobel, labored spray. He doesn't find anything, and Sammy, his sniper, needs a 1-on-5. He finds the first piece of the puzzle here, but that's just the alarm bells ringing for the rest of the team to close in.
Oh, nearly. No, but not quite. Yeah, they know exactly where he is. And I'm just... WP conversation. I think the fact that, I mean, you take a look at the CT side in general, and there's 4 AKs on the board, and they're being so dynamic and proactive. They're really restricting space for HONORIS to work. It's like Sammy does get this pick onto Travis, which maybe could turn the tides, because now this is the first time that HONORIS really have any real estate into a round, and with another kill fall in favor, that's not only going to scramble this reposition from glowing, it might incentivize HONORIS just to go in immediately.
You have a little bit of risk that they can afford here right now in the HONORIS camp, so you get yourself a 3-on-5. You might send it in a player to try and find where the stack is, which is so common here when the current meta. You find an opening pick, you stack a bomb site here, but instead of finding any further aggression here, they're going to wait for it instead, and might go an opportunity to take care of glowing to really lock in a round right there, but he misses it just narrowly. Lets glowing escape here, and in fact, escape they will as they dive on out of the cave position here. They still have worries of B ramp, but there's 2 players here to offer up defense. And Sammy, he might just claim all the kills as he drops another.
Finally, a safe passage of play. All at the hands of the AWP. So much money. And that they can definitely afford to give this a look in. Really good spam. Taz and Grasshog brought down low. And in fact, I thought Flavy was going to find him, but how on earth Taz manages that is unbeknownst to most. And Lollipop might just want to hold on to this AK now. 1 versus 5. That one's definitely not going to be a round win. But he might not even escape, because Sobel's already hunting, locking in this position. Really powerful angle here.
That's the cutoff here, but will he be given the opportunity to strike? I don't know. Right now, burning in the flames. They have to extinguish it, but they're right into the other flames there. What is going on? 2 players near on 1 HP.
Travis just going to keep on going. He can capitalize on all of this. And him with Flamey combined for 3 kills. Sobel and Taz, they have a response, but now Deco got the AWP. He saw Sammy deliver and he thought, yeah, want some of that as well. Finally purchases a sniper. Sobel on a very long flank, but that leaves Taz completely isolated. And he just needs to try and survive while his player applies pressure from the other area of the map.
Timing working potentially against the HONORIS camp, though. Wait, no, glowing. Back's turned. He exposes. And now regression caught as well. That's last 2 players confirmed in location, but it won't matter, as Deco's positioning is going to arrive far too late onto the scene. He might be able to cut off the initial play from Sobel, but that is if he anticipates this. Instead, he's going to slink his way in through Jaguar and look to catch them off guard. Taz and Sobel just doubled up, though, straight up. Not looking to nullify or isolate their positions here. H is going to be tossed down range, so you got to sacrifice 1 player here. Oh my god, a sharp adjustment. Taz goes in. He will go down, but
if they take 300 damage in the molly, it's not enough. Great flashbangs. There's your answer to mid. Sammy just completely takes point. Deco smoked off on cave as well. Hasn't got an issue or a stake in this round so far. Despite his best efforts on the server. Travis going to try and support. Maybe baited in by the audio. Raiko's caught a lot of attention and spam. Incredibly worse for wear. HONORIS just going to look to reset. They've had a lot of success towards B, so might as well just try again.
that they have here. The doing good work at finding some of those openers. Sabi's been doing excellent work right now. And Ryko's still off of a slow game at the moment, though, which is unfortunate here because, again, he does have some of those extra elements stepping up. Sobel gets a smoke tossed his way. A little bit of proactivity here from Glowing, but he has to cover so many different angles here. He's so unsure of where they could be possibly coming in from, and he has very little help. Long rotations in, so it's going to be a big multi-frag required from him. And look at the mollies. There's still 3 of them left, one of which is sure to find his location if Sammy doesn't, and he will.
Yep. Then goes the incendiary, spot the flame out towards default and temple, but it still doesn't stop Travis. Finds another kill. Makes it an even playing field for this retake. The entirety of one win have already gathered over. Looking to drop on off. Sobel to take point out towards CT. In fact, that's exactly what he does. Good headshot, but he's been brought down quite low. Warp on the retake, a little bit difficult, especially with Sobel finding all of this impact. That money's wearing a little bit thin for this CT side, so if you're Deco, you might want to cut your losses here, just trying to save, try and bring forward the sniper into the next, but at the same time, how do you even escape from this scenario? Sobel's locking you in all the way back at CT.
Purchases coming on through. Excellent damage from Travis here. He's been a stable factor here for them on this map. Some of that extra elements here. A step up from the likes of Flamey or Glowing. Go an angle here. He will take a lot of damage off of Sammy's shoulders. That's a valuable target to try and isolate.
Yeah, now look at this push. Coming in. Are they ready for it? Ryko is. Travis still gets the best of him. Glowing's under a lot of pressure, which means Deco needs to spin around on a swivel. I don't know how this guy keeps escaping from situations that he's almost destined to die in. And the gap and the distraction he created allows Glowing to step back in towards mid and get rid of Taz. Great kills being found in the interim for one win. And this double setup in towards Donut could be quite pivotal, especially with the control being gathered by Sobel in mid.
Excellent control right now. This last ditch effort here towards this B-bomb said I don't know if it's going to really work out for them. There's no flashes to force off either of these snipers. And you can see that's a massive liability as they're able to just fire away there. Flamey will get the last and...
Potentially for a fight out mid, no reset. HONORIS, this could be a quick change of pace in towards A, something we've yet to see. But this boost from Lollipop could really be their undoing. And also, when you consider the fact that Glowing's close on the rotate, you've also potentially got Deco swinging in with the AWP. This feels quite difficult for HONORIS to break.
There's a utility bombarded in here. Lollipop taking a much more passive approach. He has been a multi-killing machine, and he will once again. Actually helped out by Glowing. He's only found one so far, but he's certainly holding down his lines quite nice. What is that? Sammy able to catch Glowing in no man's land. Maybe straight through the smoke. I don't know if it popped up in the kill feed, but still Lollipop keeps things contained. He even wants more. What a swing right there. What a round from Lollipop. It's a 1-on-2 here. Winnable situation here, but Rico...
So as a result, you got this Tech 9 buy coming in for HONORIS. You all but concede round number 9 to 1 win. That is unless Taz can keep doing his dastardly tricks in mid. Another entry. Ryko's found another. No, I shouldn't talk anymore when these pistols are out. I keep jinxing it.
What on earth? This round just went to pieces in seconds out the gates. I mean, this is a sure save here from the remaining two. But it's not like HONORIS can't afford to go for a little bit of hunting. If Ryko, Sammy, and Grasshog all just, test their luck with a little bit of hunting. See if they can find these last two rifles. It's no harm, no foul. Next is the last of the half. They'll still have a chance to purchase up here. So, what a statement coming through from HONORIS to give themselves even extra even more rounds to work with here.
I'll tell you what, 6 rounds on the Ancient T side feels really good. Potential for 7. Honestly, unbelievable. Another one of these half opportunities that HONORIS managed to convert. It's just crazy how this keeps happening. One winner just trying to make it even more difficult for themselves. Survived the test on Vertigo. Now looking to do it again on Ancient. But HONORIS look good.
To make good on those promises in prior rounds. But at 8-7 I think that is serviceable enough. I mean, that's incredibly confident on the T side of Ancient with how things are looking. But Travis, he is consistently delivering for his team right now. A double kill to open up proceedings, to start things off, and a 5-on-3 immediately to try and reply there. And that's not a good start in the attempt. A 2-on-5 here. Rico and Sammy looking to try and pull things back into their hands. Sammy's found one with the op, able to eventually best Lollipop, but will that be the saving grace? It's still a 2-on-4 to climb back into things. Ryko diving through the smoke, glowing. Will he have the advantage on the bloom? He will. He's able to just mow him down. And Sammy's good. He's been really good this half with the op, but 1-on-5 here. His position noted. It's been a while since I've last seen him.
A map pick. And if they convert the pistol, and then they build up, suddenly the score line is a distant thing of the past. We're going to be all tied up and going into a bit of an unforgivable territory for one win. But this lurk in towards Donut could be exactly the split that one win need as they execute on towards A.
Ooh, and Glowing able to open up proceedings right there. Another good dink on a Taz, making his position all the more difficult. And he goes out a little too wide. Big 3-on-5 advantage, but give it back immediately by a couple of kills from Sammy and Grasshog. And honestly, overextensions, they continue to overextend right into the hands, but they're all just buying time for Travis's flank here. And a clothesline Ancient can certainly prove to be a position where you just can't recover on your T side. So I'm with you. I love the decision making there coming through from one win. Attempting to establish mid-control early on, but that's true in the counterpart here for HONORIS. Taz testing the waters. Deco testing in this B bomb site. Ooh. Oh, shoulder certainly spotted there. And Grasshog gonna get mollied out of position. Smoke to extinguish. He dives right in between it, but oh my god, Deco with 1 HP still able to recover. He doesn't want to turn the corner anymore. He doesn't want to test anything else. And his teammates are going down in the meantime here. Everyone starts to drop here. Aggression showing through. But again, Deco still on 1 HP, looking for extra credit. He's the last man standing. Now on 1 HP, he has to clutch. And he's being flanked in by Taz. He's going to turn his back right into...
just yet. Lots of utility being thrown forward. Sammy locks in a kill early. Tries to bait in this MP9. But Glowing, that is an incredible shot.
I mean, a slight little showing right there of shoulder around the smoke is enough for Glowing to instantly claim that kill. Now that's an MP9 retrieved and also an extra molly that you saw rolling around there, which is valuable utility at the disposal of the T side here. Even if it doesn't net them around when it can certainly net them some map control. Deco going to claim that. He doesn't turn the corner here too deep in towards the crosshair of Sammy, who's been playing a great game so far. He's been solid with the op and now with the rifle. Ooh, these two players so close to each other and they don't even realize it.
The MP9 could be the difference maker. Sammy softened up. And they're even going to force the fight. They're just going to go through this ramp smoke. That could be to their detriment, but no, they hold strong. Full spin on a swivel. And Flavy with the AK, which to be fair, he was going 11-1 with it before he actually pulled out the sniper. Needs to orchestrate some of his best work yet, because one win need him if they want to have any say in this T side.
Yeah, it's becoming very close knit in the scoreline right now, and Flash, Travis, nothing he can even do about that. Ryko able to capitalize off of Taz's setup there. That's the supportive element that we're talking about heading into this series here. That's the Firebauer combo. Ryko still's had a slow series, but necessary that he wakes up. Lollipop, another multi-kill from him. This guy's been ever present on the server. On those A site holds, he's been able to find multi-kills, but now when he's on the side swap, it looks like he's able to find multiple openers, which is oh so helpful in trying to pull this round back, but his position is being covered by an AWP. He's making sure not to overextend right now. He's waiting for Flamey, his pack unit, to take the next point of contact before he goes even further.
Yeah, this again becomes a little bit of a stalemate. Who's going to blink first? For one win, they need to get into a bomb site, so surely it will be them. Smoke down on towards CT, going to restrict the angle with Samey, but he still hits the shot on the way through. That's a warning signal. But Ryko gets cut off at the legs. Can't help his teammate rotate. With 15 seconds, that bomb needs to be planted. Flamey, put the bomb down.
Yee.
Come on, there we go.
Got it. You're good.
He tries to plant it like on the other side towards CT. It's like you definitely cannot plant it there.
I've never seen that one. You can play there. It's a good position on your CT side, but you can't plant the bomb there. Bit interesting, but all good.
That reminds me of, you know, this is throwing it back a little bit. On Cache, you could plant just sort of like on the edge of the A bomb site and look towards like highway, like that plant.
Planting
like,
for highway, yeah.
But like yeah, the sliver. That's what that reminds me of. But unfortunately for Flamey, you can't do that. But it's all good. His teammates get the kills, and him planting the bomb at 6 seconds isn't actually that scary in the end. HONORIS to Lollipop's position. Travis taking point, trying to hold, and there's so many players here right now in towards mid. This is going to be an absolute brawl.
Ooh, that battle favoring Glowing. He even gets out of dodge there. Travis's spam. It looks right on. Bullets whiz past Ryko as he's able to stay afloat. Reclaiming this mid control as well. Samey. Tricky angles here, but he has a teammate covering his backside. Flamey not turning that corner, but showing his presence enough to draw out that opposite tension away here, but not for long enough as Samey just turns the corner. Good for 2. They need to beeline it into a bomb site here, and that only option I thought was towards B. It was up the ramp there, but they continue to do this slow crawl of a play. And maybe it is for the best here.
Yeah, Ryko is kind of stuck now. He's picked his spot. He's going to stick to it. Split in, but look at this rotate. They're going to have Grasshawk here in a matter of moments, but he will be smoked out of position. Molotov fall in favor, going to flush Ryko back as well. Early spam, 10 seconds. That bomb, it needs to go down now. And that is a little bit of pressure alleviated with Flamey finding Ryko.
Oh, but they have to get into these post plants and maybe even out of them. Glowing finds one more before he goes down, making things even easier for the remaining 2. 2v2 now. Flamey goes proactive here. Coverage offered from the op of Samey. He needs to close this round out. He turns the corner with the rifle. Picks it up and offers up the heroics. Another incredible round from Samey's department, man. What more could you ask? 27 and 18. He had a great T side, but now he's delivering.
Ancient. They just knock HONORIS out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, this puts the weight of the world in this round here. And like you said, that disparity between kills from some of these players is so stark. They think the boost hasn't been spotted just yet. Lollipop struggling to assemble it though. He can't jump up. It takes him multiple tims, and Samey stands right behind his rifler to extend the advantage up to 2. Slow crawl up the ramp here. Ryko, the jiggle could be costly, but instead he delivers damage in turn here. Glowing chases down that kill. There's a player in cave, but that should be noted, and bomb is now planted as well. A 3-on-4 post-plant situation here. Glowing just goes for a desperate attempt at extending opportunities here. But they're taking good initiative. They're taking good space, making things incredibly awkward. And Glowing covering off this corner. He's not going to get checked. Walking right past it. Grasshog's going to pull things back.
Good kill from Deco. Out towards CT, but they're just completely pincering in from Ramp and Cave, and they know exactly where he is. That bomb, it's not planted for him either. And with vision unobscured, Sobel, as well as Grasshawk, can just swing on his position. HONORIS, all but 2,400 coming up if you lose this round. Go for another bomb plant. That one was a little bit more inventive. It was a primary fake out towards it.
Elements here, diving out towards middle of the lollipop, blinded up by the flashes, but he's going to be the one unfazed and finding the first. Utility's going to be dumped on his position, and Ryko will pull things back again, looking solid, looking strong.
Yeah, much better from Ryko, especially in the CT side. Although, Glowin's caught out Grasshog, and they know that Ryko is in towards the cave. The spam through. Glowin with a multi. That is unbelievable. And look at the response. Sammy wants nothing to do with it. He might even be convinced that it's going to be towards B, because one would have been throwing in these fakes. They'll definitely collect the bomb and head towards that bomb site. There's no doubt about it. It's just whether Sammy can escape with his sniper.
That timing was huge right there. Deco going to take forward positioning, but I don't know if it's going to matter all that much. There, it's awkward. Oh, Sammy. Able to spawn in time for that kill. But it's not going to encourage them in for a retake there. That kill from Sammy will not give them the grace there of an attempt. But what has given them the grace of an next purchase is that flawless round that we talked about. So with these two saved rifles, they'll be super comfortable to get a purchase up into this next round. So it's not the end of the world to not collapse just yet, but it does put all the more pressure on this next one.
My oh my. Just when you think HONORIS are starting to gain back control, you got the entries, it just takes a moment of brilliance. Ruined. And it is also serious point.
Fast mid play here, just a collapse, trying for that same success that they've gotten rounds prior, but this time Taz is able to come out on top. He's not willing to concede that around here. He's not willing to concede that control, and in fact, he might want to even take further stances. Sobel, and again, the op of Sammy stand on this A-bomb site, so that's not any more comforting either. In fact, I wouldn't ever want to turn that corner into a Sammy op right now. He's been far too sharp.
Yeah, agreed. You can see that they're thinking about it, but they don't want to do it. They're going to wait for contact, potentially off Glowin. If he can find a kill in towards mid, that could be everything, because where they've pumped the brakes, Sammy's just left completely on his own. They need to either flash or throw a Molotov in, do something. That's not the right molly. That's one just thrown in front of them. That one's missed. They've been trying to narrow the angles so Sammy doesn't get an opportunity to strike.
He might just have an opportunity here. They know that it's got to be an A-side play. They're going to try and boost to bypass this AWP, but there's that shoulder shown. He doesn't pop the shot. He just waits for a confirmed kill. He's got a 5v3 advantage. Why wouldn't you? And now Sobel diving through the smoke is going to extend favor. Flamey in a 1v5 here. Could get a bomb plant if he was quick on his feet, but instead he's a little bit too worried about re-aggression. Maybe he should be. He's finding extra kills here as extra credit, but trade does come through eventually. Grasshog able to retrieve the op as well. And this is looking like right now HONORIS want to take it the distance.
Yeah, they can. It's so close. Where this is so back and forth.
Wow. Full faith in the superstar here, and maybe for good reason. Oh, Sobel able to hold on, but Deco does show up with the op. Exactly what they were called upon right there, but no, he does get nullified. Sammy, who's been incredible this map, is going to delete them one by one. They all collapse to Sammy's op. Another tests them and another fails. Flamey, the same fate as the rest of his team. 33 kills for the guy. No one can stop him. Another opportunity, but Grasshog is the one to claim his prize right there, and it delivers 14 to 14.
Be a bit light, not only on the weaponry, but potentially on the utility. But one flash, that's all it took to get them into the bomb site. Taz has been very good at finding these kills in towards mid, but without any real contention, he's just going to fall off. He doesn't mind conceding the control, because he can now play from a very deep angle, and also can be on quick rotate if his team needs him.
Yeah, that head-to-head has been highly contentious for both teams. Both teams have been willing to sacrifice a lot of utility as well as players in the attempt at gathering that control, and it hasn't had them success here. Whoever's been able to win out in that exchange. Like you said, Taz has been super sharp in that position. Travis, a dangerous game you play. Spamming. In the cave side, Ryko's the one that you have to face up against here. Molly is going to force one apart from the other. But Ryko still stands close by. He hasn't folded. He hasn't faded off. Travis, what's the game plan? He's just going to dive past the smoke here. And then again, Taz is going to hold his line. Good for one, but then done.
Yeah, and that kills in Shelf. That doesn't reveal the advanced position that one win have out towards A. Neko catches off one. And they're not ready for Ryko, but he's just revealed his hands, and he's whiffing the shots. An immediate trade, and look, they've circumnavigated back towards B. They've avoided Sobel this entire time. One win on the verge of setting themselves up to series and elimination point for HONORIS.
What an absolutely massive play as well. Deco was given a heroic opportunity in the last round. He steps up in this one. And I just love the play that they go. Travis dives back in towards that cave side, looking to claim that extra ground. And what he does is just baits out the aim coming through there from Ryko. And then, of course, Deco just gets himself in a perfect position to trade for that entire B bomb site. It was such a perfect setup, but it all falls flat. And falling flat, so is Sobel.
Key point to note as well is Flamey picked up an AWP right at the tail end as the half expired. So Deco's got one too. Samey spots him out. Boost completely removed. And HONORIS have been looking for that boost all half long.
Sammy showing up on the catwalk there, maybe a little gap in that smoke. Lollipop up towards the top of ramp. A massive kill to equalize right there. It's not free of charge, though. He takes a lot of HP for it, and Taz holds steady there towards the middle. 1-for-1s, but even further damage confirmed here. Glowing trying to pull things back, but there's no telling how this round is going to end. The only thing we can guarantee here is that a massive HP advantage is on the way of HONORIS. They have a lot going for them in that department. But lacking in that A-side presence here is a key detail that will prove to be costly here potentially. But they've gotten the bomb and they're diving back towards B, so all that worry that I was just talking about is going to be nullified here as they do walk into the stack. Grasshog and Sobel so well positioned to close out this round.
Yeah, if not Grasshog, then Sobel in Cave. Ryko's been playing here a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to molly this position, but they've got to go in. 20 seconds. How diligent are they really going to be? Flashes through, allows the cross, revealed himself with the M4, but the lineup from Grasshog. Bomb can be planted, but when it's all said and done, the kills all belong to HONORIS. 1 versus 3 for Glowing to try and make things work. Has got the first, but the spam through Cave is enough. HONORIS will force us to overtime.
What an excellent closer right there coming through. That's that combination. I think Sobel just sold a bit of a fake by spamming first gun rounds and Samey. I think they just have to figure out a way to just keep him at bay. But they also have to worry about Grasshog here off the back of what was essentially the closer to get to this point. He doubles down and immediately sets into a 5v3.
Now that is something we've not seen out of HONORIS over towards B. Absolute aggression, because they've always been on the back foot, right? One would have always been in control of this game, so they didn't want to take too many risks. But now in the first round of overtime, you can afford a little bit of luxury. And that was incredible. Taz catches them on the fade, and, well...
Sweeping out the CT side here, that'd be an excellent way for HONORIS to just get themselves a golden opportunity at taking things to a third, in which they couldn't do in regulation, but potentially have granted themselves opportunity here in overtime with their start.
Ooh. Travis got to be careful. Good flashbangs. Now Glowing's under pressure. Taz has always been good for this mid lurk. Always been good at finding this kill. Time and time again. And these positions that are constantly adopted by HONORIS on the bomb site allows no room for Deco to find a pick. Has to be on Travis's shoulders. He flexes his muscle towards the cave, but Ryko spotted him out. doesn't want any further part. Will be flashed back through, fully blind this lollipop, but Travis somehow gets the kill.
That's one way to get back into this one here. An equalizer for Taz's heroics and an open B bomb site as well. Look at this long flank that they have from Flamey. They've been able to deal with the mid lurks, but will they be able to deal with the A lurks that are taking place here? He does need to move up a little bit further. And all that one would need to do right now is buy as long as possible here. Buy enough time for this flank to activate, because Flamey is not being watched. She's not being covered, but they're moving in and they're slipping right by Flamey's crosshair and they're already finding kills.
Yeah, hinges on Travis. Take the contact now, and he will. Swings out, but here comes Flamey, and he's biding his time. He has to try and make it work, but now suddenly the bomb's being defused. No, there's no time. There's no time for Flamey to try and work with. Taz has got it on lock. HONORIS locking another round. It's consecutive, and this is exactly what they need. What a shot, by the way, from Sammy. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, they needed a little teammate with utility, but it is pricey. Taz does go down here, so we got another 4v4 round to take play.
They're being aggressive. Sammy catches lollipop, but Deco's found Raiko over towards Cave, and then on the A extremity, Glowing has found another kill. But look at this position from Sammy. He's immediately rotated over towards Cave, and he's trying to support his teammate. For one win, they don't really need to commit. Sammy peeking. I don't think he's going to have any idea that Travis is there. And unless Grasshopper can perform a miracle, yeah, I don't think he's going to do it.
They know he's the B anchor right there, so you can see them immediately. They'll click tab and they'll be like, yeah, that's not the site that we're going to right now. In a wise position there. It took them a little bit to register that, but eventually they will.
Bomb down. He is close. Has got a kit as well. It is doable, but it's hard. There's so many angles to try and clear. Every single nook and cranny on this A bomb site needs to now be addressed in a matter of seconds for Grasshog. And very limited options. You got one player in A main, Temple, Donut. They know he has to.
And definitely confidence building whenever you come into this in overtime now. And Sammy has been a large part of that factor. And Sammy does it again. Glowing just lets him waltz on in there for a free pickings. Long range. That's a stunning shot right there. And Raiko has another for Deco. Oh my god. From bad to worse, this one goes. HONORIS looking all the more likely to at least get another overtime, if not extra.
Yeah, this is one of the most comfortable rounds I've seen HONORIS in on a T side this entire map. 2 kills to the good. You haven't used much utility either to get you there. And now they regroup over towards A. It's just Lollipop. But he's been performing incredibly well for his side. Very good, as you mentioned, with these multi-kills. Would need a whole lot more to try and survive and bring one win back into this round.
He needs one more multi-kill here. Oh, and he's got it. Straight through the smoke. A third as well. That A4 is doing him justice right now. And it's allowed for Flamey to step in with the AWP of all players. And sure, he'll go down, but it's just enough. Lollipop, 21k. He does it again with a 3k this time.
Look at this. Just holds down the spray. That is the last bullet as he moves over on towards Raiko. I do not believe it. What a hold.
He is watching from the sidelines as the rest of his team tries to recover this round. Just decimated at middle at the early exchange. This time they're not going to allow for Sammy to take the same space that he once was. And actually Flamey doing some decent work with that that op in the last round is feeling comfortable enough to get into it once again for another start of the round this time, which I do like. Worthy of a risk here, but one has slipped by his crosshair. One's actually towards the top of this ramp position, which is super interesting. Now Flamey has a perfect angle for that though.
And they're locking in middle as well. Low in Deco. Can try and secure Lollipop. Dependable pair of hands as always, is trying to lock things in. But actually this almost misinformation is really good. because it actually has allowed Deco to rotate through. He's actually been caught off guard, but it still baits in Lollipop more. Diving past the utility, getting another kill. And now Deco can just hold this angle, try and best Taz, which he will immediately. And now Ryko is here. He's all the way through the back lines, but that does not matter when you have 15 seconds to try and recover the bomb.
Starts to hit the acceleration right there because he knows he has no chance in that round. And 18 claimed. Another stunning multi-kill coming through from Lollipop for 21k. I mean, this guy is ever present. Big kill onto Flamey. This time he is able to open up proceedings. He does hit that 40 mark, and it's on to Travis now for a defense.
Yeah, tucking in. Deco to take point. Doesn't land the shot, so we'll down another. But that's allowed Travis to rotate through. But now you look towards A, because that bomb is making its way all the way back. Because whilst Deco and Travis have secured B, A's under siege.
They've lost it completely here, and they've taken initiative in towards the back of Temple. Sobel is going to have a big surprise here for Travis. Could this be anticipated, though? Travis looks aware.
He's just going to completely leave it. Reset. This is the right decision. One win, they're going to all group together and potentially attack from one direction. Glowing could be caught off guard. Say you can hear all of this, and Travis falls too. Deco in a 1 versus 3. Otherwise, he goes to double overtime, and HONORIS will just hold on for that bit longer.
No smoke either. I don't know if Deco can do anything about this clutch. He's been noted. He's now known. Molly on top of the bomb, making things even more unlikely. You can call this round curtains here soon.
And that's exactly what HONORIS want. They recover it, and that is an absolutely huge round to be winning.
100%. Super stunning right there. From HONORIS. Catching the slight arrows in the ways of one win. And Sammy, another golden opportunity on a platter. A player stuck in. Crasshog just going to move right by him and takes care of Deco of all players. Not an easy target. We saw him on the rifle work, doing incredible jobs. They bait out the op shot here, Flamey. He's sure to not repeat that, but there's still more. Samey's going to cover Travis. They try and trade, but Flamey can't turn the corner. He's going to walk into 2 here. He cannot control the spray. Wild recoil all over the map, but at least support has arrived onto the scene in the form of Lollipop and Glowing, who are shutting this round down. They still have a big flank, though. Sobel's lurked out towards A, and he will say hello to Lollipop 21k. Off angle so wide that you would never anticipate it.
Low in. Does lock him off. And now they need to cross by him. This gets a little bit strange. Drops the smoke to create a new angle. With 35 seconds, HONORIS, they don't need to commit in, but all the time, Flamey's crept forward. He can drop the bomb. That is absolutely perfect. And, oh, maybe that isn't. He's overextended. And now Ryko is trying to call the bluff of Glowing, but Glowing has not moved. I think he spotted him.
Molly's going to confirm it. Oh, he looks so aware. He looks so aware of where this last player is. He's going to smoke to try and stick the bomb. Glowing spams through, and he will eventually.
Is exactly what HONORIS need. Look at the pace change. Flamey's fully blind, catching all of this spam. Overwhelmed. Glowing at least steps in for not 1, not 2, but 3. Oh my goodness me. They all line up, and suddenly Sobel is left alone, and he can. It's a very slow crawl for 1 win out A. We have seen them try this multiple times, but they've always been halted by an AWP. Sammy is on the complete wrong bomb site this time around. The Sobel and Taz double donut, especially with Taz securing that kill. Makes things a little bit easier, and now Sobel can hear and see all of this utility being deployed.
Such a lack of commitment, though. Taz just nails 2 opening ticks. Lollipop going to start to pull things back, but Taz with a third. 3 kills in the round. Taz hungry for that 3rd map, and we've still yet to see Deco even move his way out of a main. So terrified of the op and temple that Sammy's always been positioned in. He's been ever present in that location here, so a smoke is going to allow the crawl on in. Bombs yet to been planted here. 4v2, Deco's got to make a move on. You got to move into the site here before the rotations are arriving, and they've already arrived. It's already too late, but there's an opportunity, and instead he walks right into Sammy's crosshair. Will fall flat. Flamey in an impossible situation, and we're tied up once again at 20s.
And then the utility dribbled on in is to isolate Donut completely so they can all swing on. The timing just feels really off.
Yeah, just getting constantly kept at bay here. Taz has been doing an excellent job covering off this middle angle. They're going to need some of those firepower pieces that they have stepping up here for another round. It feels like they've just had to shoot their way out of T rounds here. In some occasions, they haven't found the big gaps in the defense. They haven't been able to, fall away from Sammy's op. And Lollipop turns his attention away. Sobel with 2 kills, no trade delivered from 1 win. Easy does it for this HONORIS camp as they sail their way to a potential map point here, looking for a third.
We have seen 1 win burst out to these bomb sites before. Flamey lining up utility is going to flush Grasshog out. Feels like he's always in that position. Travis through the smoke, significant spam damage. A lot of these players are incredibly low. Grasshog hits the deck. These spams could be everything. 20 seconds, a follow-up grenade. That's going to deny the bomb. There's 1 kill, falls favor each way. Bomb needs to be planted. Travis finds another kill. 3 versus 5, thrown back into a 2 versus 2, but Taz holds the spray. And now it's just Deco getting completely blindsided by attention, but the AWPs missed.
When have we ever seen them miss as well for such a costly round? But Taz, he's wise in these clutches, and he nearly got it. Only 12 HP the difference between securing themselves map point or 1 win, getting another chance to close out this series. But they have extra life. They have more in them. They have more fight. And like you said, we've seen that explosive nature come through and be just enough. But there's that miss from Sammy, the rare one. Run it down into that B-bomb site.
It'll be quick. It's going to be fast. And now, these players need to hold strong. Ryko does secure not 1, but a multi. And that could be enough. Although Sammy falls, and so too does Ryko. There is 1 player under wraps in towards cave. It's not planted for the spam, though. So 1 win, a securing deep CTE control. Could this be enough?
3v3, those post plants incredibly difficult though, and Sobel collects glowing straight through the smoke. That's going to provide new life, but Deco looks to stomp that down, and Flamey's got a forward angle here. He does catch Sobel through it, and now it's just on the 1-man Grasshog here to save the day. He's got to step up in a big way. Flamey smoked off now. Both players, in fact, smoked off. Spam, it does come calling back. And now Flamey, the last man standing here. Bomb's not being stuck in. Grasshog, there's not a lot of time left. In fact, there's none. He's done it. Flamey, off the clock alone, will secure the 2-0.